Hello everyone, welcome to Forever Rugby on Fair Sports. For today's preview, as Italy take on New Zealand, who are handing out some pretty big losses so far the last couple of weekends after beating USA and Wales by pretty large scorelines. Italy is up next, and they'll be hoping to put in a much better performance than what we have seen up against the All Blacks in the last 2 weeks. It's pretty experienced Italian side, a couple of exciting names in it that is currently being led by Michel Lamoro. And then for the All Blacks, quite a rotated side, a couple of new faces, especially in the second row for New Zealand. Ian Foster opting to rotate a little bit. And the big news there is that Sam Cane is back and has got the captaincy armband for this weekend. Before we look at the teams, please do smash the like on the video and subscribe to the channel as well. Now, obviously, we saw sort of when, early in the year when Frank Smith was trying to sort of lead this Italian side, he was very much backing quite a young side and trying to sort of build a side which could maybe be competitive in a couple of years. And I think Kevin Crowley sort of going with a bit of a hybrid where he wants to keep a lot of these exciting players playing, but also still sort of lean on some of the experience to try and sort of fill the gap a little bit so they can be competitive probably a little bit sooner, or at least be a bit more competitive along this journey. And the side is pretty reflective of that. So if you look at the Italian side, this is how they will line up. In that front row, Danilo Fischetti, Gianmarco Lucchesi, and Marco Riccioni will have an opportunity to try and their hand up against not the sort of starting All Blacks props in the likes of Tyrell Lomax and George Bauer, but still some very, very good operators. And Dane Coles has got so much experience in between those two. So at the end of the day, when it comes to taking on the All Blacks, you cannot allow them to assert themselves, in when it comes to the set pieces. If you allow the All Blacks set piece dominance, scrums, lineouts, those become major attacking options, and then you are on a hiding to nothing really, because they've got the talent to just absolutely obliterate defenses, find space anywhere. So the front rows, the tight fives, are going to have very, very important jobs in terms of trying to keep the New Zealanders sort of at bay, or at least not allow them opportunity to attack from those sort of positions. But the tight five is completed by the likes of Marco Fischer and David Susi in the second row. The loose show is exciting for Italy. You've got Sebastian Negri, who's a very nice player in the number 6 jersey. Michel Lamaro is currently captain. It's a nice choice. He's very, very passionate. I think he's very aware of where Italy is, but he definitely wants to take them to that next level. He wants to sort of make them more competitive. And so they're a bit more of a player within World Rugby. And then Renato Giamarioli is the man that closes out that loose trio. The very, very exciting halfback combination of Stephen Varney and Paolo Garbizzi are some of the main reasons I like watching Italy. I think these two are very, very talented young players who I think will play 50, 60, 70, could be 100 caps for Italy if they continue to play at their capabilities. I think Paolo Garbizzi is a genuine world-class talent. And probably one of the best players Italy is going to produce in the last couple of years. Has made his move to Montpellier, so very interested to sort of see how that goes and how he sort of adapts to life in the top 14. It's exactly what he needs, as if we are talking about somebody who could be like genuinely one of the better number 10s in the world. 21 years old. He's already got, I think it's almost 10 or 11 tests. I mean, he was backed to play international rugby before he even played. I think he played like 2 professional games in his life, and he's already got over 10 caps at his age. And looks very comfortable at the level. So interested to see how he goes there. Montana Ioane is also a very nice player in the wing there. Lots of pace. Don't want to give him too much space. Marcus Zanon is 24 years old, but only got sort of 5 caps to his name. And he is partnered with Jean Ignacio Brex, who obviously sort of came through the Argentinian setup, played sevens for them, and is now playing for Italy. Then we've got Federico Mori and Matteo Manozzi as the rest of the backline there. Off the bench for Italy, Luca Bigi, Ivan Nema, and Pietro Casarelli is the reserve front row. Then you've got the Nicola Cannon and Federico Razza covering the rest of the scrum. The South African-born Abraham Steyn, and the number 21 jersey, Callum Brady, and then the very expensive Carly Canna, who's got over 50 caps for Italy, 29 years old. We saw what he can do when he's playing well up against the Lions in the URC in that first opening round where he kind of sort of led that zebra comeback. So he's a very nice player, as Carly Cannon. Nice to be able to bring that sort of experience off the bench. For the All Blacks, we mentioned quite a rotated side. George Bauer, Dane Coles, Tyrell Lomax in that front row, but the second row also very much new look with Tupua Vai and Josh Lord getting opportunity. Sam Whitelock on the bench, no Brody Retallick this weekend or Scott Barrett. And then the loose chair, Luke Jacobson, who's had a pretty stormy season, actually. Very, very much sort of cementing himself within the squad. Although he will have competition, the likes of Shannon Frizzell, who's going to come off and make a bit of a statement off the bench. Sam came with captaincy, as we said, and then Hoskins, Tutu, rounding out that loose trio. Brad Weber is getting opportunity at number 9. He will partner Richie Mwanga, Dwayne Barrett in the 23 this weekend. It's just a bit of a joke, to be honest, the talent that we've got to scrum off when you think there's no Aaron Smith, but you still got TJ Perenava, you still got Brad Weber. Finlay Christie's a very nice player to come off the bench. George Birch, David Rees, Damien McKenzie as sort of the outside backs, plenty of experience there, and devastating finishes across all three. You don't want to give George Birch space. You don't want to give Xavier Rees any space or any sort of momentum because he will run over players. And Damien McKenzie is absolutely electric. But a pretty new look centre combination in Quintupio and Braden Enna, who could have an opportunity to sort of put their hands up and just say, listen, Havili, Antonio Brown, Rico Arnie, depending on who wants to play in the centres, we can offer you competition. If you guys aren't playing well, we can fill in a gap there. But the nice thing is, when you do rotate the squad, is you get to name a bench like this, and they've got Asafa Amoa, Ethan de Groot, and Ofa Tuanga Farsi coming off the bench. But then after that, it just gets a bit silly, doesn't it? Sam Whitelock, Shannon Frizzell, Finlay Christie, David Havili, and Geordie Barrett. A pretty impressive bench. So if things really aren't going well for whatever reason, they can bring on plenty of exciting talent, plenty of experience, and plenty of just world-class players off the bench to try and sort of finish the job there. Let me know what you think in the comments below. What is a respectable scoreline for Italy? What do you think the score predictions will be? Let me know what you think of the lineups and sort of players that you're looking forward to seeing as well. And then please do smash like on the video and subscribe to the channel as well. My name is Steven. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll chat to you soon.